Okay. Good morning, students. Here I have come up with a new topic under the subject Bar Operations and Management, and the subject code is 50318. It is there in the syllabus of Hotel Management student, Bachelor of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, and the subject is Bar Operations and Management. Code is BHMCT 50318. My name is Purushottam Kant. We will be studying a new topic which is very important, I personally believe, and the topic is cocktails. And we will start with a small introduction of cocktail, right? And then followed by the other subtopics. So let's get started. Cocktail. Cocktails are mixed drinks, right, that have become popular since the first quarter of the 20th century. One must be aware of this thing that cocktail is just a mixed drink which contains alcoholic content. Right? It is claimed that the first recipe, this is a very good thing that I've written over here and I found somewhere on the internet that the first cocktail was prepared with the lemon juice and powdered mixers. Right? And then a cocktail is normally a short drink. Generally, there is a standard size for the cocktail is 3.5 to 4 ounce. 1 ounce contain 30 ml approx. Right. So we will count 30 ml only. 1 ounce equals to 30 ml and 4 ounce equals to 120 ml. So cocktail contains 120 ml. Right. We can consider a drink which is mixed drink with 120 ml quantity known as or called as cocktail. Anything which is larger than the 120 ml, we call them mixed drinks or a long drink. So don't get confused that the drinks that are 120 ml that contains 120 ml, right? The quantity is 120. They will called as cocktail, and the other more than the 120 ml the drinks are known as mixed drinks and or a long drink, right? So now we will move on to the other part, which is classification of cocktail. Let's see what are they. So classification of cocktail, the first one is aperitifs. The aperitif, like we have already studied in the other lectures, that aperitifs are those beverages that used to be served before the meal. It stimulates the appetite, right? So this is one of the classifications of cocktail, one of the classification of cocktails, and the other part is cocktail itself. Third is long drinks, and fourth is stimulants. So one by one, we will study what is aperitif, cocktail, long drink, and stimulants. So we will start with aperitif. Aperitif is these stimulate the appetite, as I've said that these beverages stimulate our appetite, right? And they must be appealing to the eye. This is also an important point. Like if something will be appealing to eye, then only we can consume, we can think to consume. Right? And next, broadly speaking, these things are usually made from wines mixed with spirits. So generally, like simple formula to prepare aperitif that we can mix the wines into spirits. Now cocktail. This is the largest group of all and consists of all short shaken mixed drinks. So mixed drinks like you have mixed some drinks, shake it well, and then your cocktail will be ready. They should be, and one more thing, like cocktail cannot be prepared by the shaking method. There are further few more like methods are there. We will study in our further lectures. They should contain a spirit-based coloring and flavoring ingredient or other modified agent. So cocktail contains not only a base drink, it contains flavoring, it contains some sweetening agents, right? It contains some coloring agents also. With the combination of all these material, we get cocktail. Now the third classification is long drinks. Long drinks, these are served in a tall tumblers such as highball and Colin glass. And which drink that we have already discussed that if the drink is more than 120 ml. We call it long drinks or mixed drinks. So next one is stimulants. Okay, what happens generally, like a person have like is drunk a lot, and in the morning he is suffering from hangover. So instead of going to the doctor, there is a like a prescription from the bartender's side. There is a cocktail that will be prepared for that person who is under the hangover to just get the relief, right? The best one is, which is very popular in the world, the stimulant cocktail is pick me ups, right? So it gives a refresh uh, like feel to the person who is in the hangover, and definitely it will reduce the hangover of the person. Now we will discuss some of the methods for preparing cocktails, right? So just before that, cocktails are made in any of these following methods according to the type of modifier ingredients. The type of modifier ingredient we will be using, like we can use or we can pick any of the method. The first one is building method. Second one is stirring, and then shaking, blending, layering. So these are the five methods. Any one of these, like we can pick any one of from these five methods to prepare a cocktail. We will start from building method. Building method is it is just made by pouring the ingredients one by one. It is so simple. Like you have taken glass and then you put ice, then you put base drink, and then you put other mixed drink, then coloring. Like one by one you are putting the things. It means you are following the building method. Second, if ice is required, it is placed first before adding the ingredient. This is very important. If you are using ice in your drinks, then you must put before any other ingredient. Next, this is just a picture of a building method. Like the person is showing, like he is putting the base drink, and then he'll add the other drink. Then one by one, like he'll be putting the drinks. Next, stirring method. By the name, it is so clear that we will be mixing the drink with the help of a stirrer. So the stirrer is called as bar spoon. Now we'll study what is it. It refers to the mixing of the ingredients with ice by stirring quickly in a mixing glass with a stirrer and then straining to an appropriate glass. Like we add the ingredients in a we can say that a mixing glass, right? Or it could be a container, and then we will stir it with the bar spoon. We need to strain it and pour or serve in an appropriate glass. So it is done very quickly to minimize the dilution, right? Next, this is the picture of the person stirring the drinks. Now, like you can see, two glasses are ready aside, and he is preparing the drink in a big container. Next one is shaking method. It is the mixing of ingredients thoroughly with ice, shaking them in a cocktail shaker and straining into an appropriate glass. Like you add the ingredients into the into a shaker, sorry, and then we will like the person will be like who's bartender will start shaking that shaker, and then we need to strain the ingredients or the drink into an appropriate glass. So effervescent drinks should never be shaken. This is very important. Effervescent drinks are those which contains carbon dioxide, right? So we all know that if we will shake those drinks that contains carbon dioxide, then what will happen, right? If you will shake the Coca-Cola bottle, right? Um, then what will happen? We all know that. So this is the major reason. That's why we do not shake these kind of drinks. Next, shaking. This is a small picture for the instance. Next method is blending. This method is used for combining fruit, solid foods, and etc. in a in an electric blender actually. Okay, so we need the electric blender over here. Put all those things into in an electric blender and then blend them well. Any drink that can be shaken, like I have made a mistake over here. I'm sorry. Any drink that cannot be, I'm sorry, cannot be shaken. Any drink that cannot be shaken can be blended. Now, okay, anything that cannot be shaken can be blended. So, mean to say, those drinks that cannot be shaken or like the material is thick, so we can use a blender. Like for an example, if you want to add some strawberry, for an example, right? The strawberry, you cut the strawberry, right? You chop the strawberry, and now you have put it into a shaker, and just start imagining you cannot mix the strawberry very well into the drink. What will happen? Like strawberry will be aside, or it will settle down in the drink. So in this case, we need a blender. So now the next point, it is suitable method for making large quantity of mixed drink. Again, if you have got a big order, you can use this method. Blending, this is a picture of a blender and a shaker, right? And now the layering method, this method is used when the ingredients used are for of different color, right? If we are using like this kind of method will be suitable if we are using different colors or different flavors or different consistency, density, right? So what will happen in this method? One ingredient is floated over the other by pouring gently over the back of the spoon into straight-sided glass. Mean to say, like we will pour the drinks or pour the ingredients one by one and make sure they do not mix with each other, right? The layer should be seen in this method. This is very important. Like if you are preparing layering a cocktail with a layering method, the layer should be seen, right? The heavy or high consistency liquid should be added first, then lower, then lower. Here is some picture, like with the help of spoon and with skills and patience, person is pouring over the spoon into the glass, right? And we can see different layer. Okay. So this will be our like next topic, and we'll cover this particular topic in the next video. Thank you so much, students. We'll meet in the next class very soon, right? So this is all for today. Just wait for the next video and you'll get the other topics very soon. Thank you so much, students.